Okay, so this is where we're at on Sunday night. I reconfigured some of my bigger tools in the closet. I built this shelf and cut a hole in the wall. So I got that. That main line has got its return loop now. I'm working on, this is kind of related, getting this remaining junk out of my life. This room was full before, if you've ever seen it, so got a little bit more to do. And these are my modules, and those actually go in a little enclosed trailer, so those won't be there that long. And basically what we're going to do is just organizing everything. This, where these teleposts are, is going to be a wall, and there'll be, from this telepost to that drywall, there'll be another wall. So that's my water heater, and this will be a room. So this will kind of be a multi-purpose room. Computers are going to be in here that are in the rumpus room. I'll show you where they are now. This whole setup, that's what my son plays video games on. And so this isn't going to be here. This is a mess. These bins go in racking or in the new organized room. I've got this stuff this has been gone through actually and consolidated, and you see how many bins we've eliminated. So everything when we moved was in these yellow bins and 6 years ago, and we're kind of just getting around to it now. Busy people. So this table is just temporary. This will just have some carpet or some more flooring in it, and the closet will be enclosed on that side, and there'll be a closet door. So I'm gonna put a door on the train room, and I got this main line up and running now. Runs awesome. It's running the turbine, one of them, with all the ore cars. Runs pretty damn good. So further to the train layout, I eliminated this section because I'm not doing a return loop on the workbench anymore. I'll have to reconfigure this situation, but that's holding up this situation. So basically I've got some more cars to put away, but I've got it now so that it's exactly what I'm wanting. The floor is back in here. Got one garbage. Got some, this is that new foam that I purchased that I've been making this scene with. I'm so happy because I don't have to spend hours and hours to make basically a simple shape. Save on the cost of plaster cloth. My plaster cloth budget is crazy as it is. So got these bins that were unpacked. They're a bunch of little screws and different bits for repairing trains. So I'll probably put those on this wall underneath. And eventually what will happen is there will be some L brackets, and these temporary legs can start disappearing. I moved this leg here. Now it did move down a bit, but what I can start doing now that I know where the scenery is going to be is I can start relocating some of them and possibly putting some smaller L brackets in there, and then I'm going to shove lighting in there as well. So that LED on a roll I have, the color change with the remote. I have a whole bunch of those left over from the old layout at the old house. So get that up and running and start to make it so that this is really truly a floating shelf. And like I say, this area here, these two tables will be a little city, and I have to build this. I actually do need some different kinds of track, re-railers and some certain curves. I had to steal from this loop, which isn't finished anyway because I don't have enough risers. So going to be cutting that, and then I can start looking at fascia and having it go around, build that box down here for the bridge scene and the canyon, and putting the fascia on the top level as well. So that's why I want to start figuring these out exactly. Like the placement of this one, it doesn't have to be there anymore. It can actually be on the back. It's going to serve the same purpose. Right now it's floating with nothing, and it's bolted to the workbench, and it ain't moving anywhere. So that's those washers there. So it's a lot nicer to roll with a chair. Having this out of here, this was too much. Even this is questionable. Might want to cut this down, and I still might. This one's not too bad, but the ones on the bottom with the legs, they always hit them. So this is the one pinch point in the aisles, and I need to deal with that, and this was the start. So this is how everything's looking. I'm really happy with what I accomplished this weekend. Got the train on the bottom level, one of the main lines running. The bottom main line is running. Obviously, I need more foam. And yeah, got a lot of stuff to do still, but the good news is we're supplied up, and when I had to stay at home this winter, I will have most of what I need to just keep building and keep chugging along. So staying organized is the key. That's I think how you're getting your progress done on the layout. If you don't know where things are, you keep rebuying the same thing over and over again, and that's what tends to happen. So I just needed a break from this. I really like how this turned out, but this scene here needs a whole bunch more resin and a bunch more different time-consuming things. So I just needed a break. You know, this is a really finicky section. It's exactly how I want it laid out, but I just wanted to run trains without a reversing loop, and I haven't had mine hooked up yet on this top level that's working correctly. So once that PSX AR is working correctly, then top level is very complicated, but when it works, it worked when I first put it together, and then it stopped working, and it's because of more sound locomotives. So things get more infinitely complicated. I have to upgrade my Digitrax system because there isn't enough power for all the track that's going on in here. There's miles and miles of track. This is same system I've had for, oh, I don't know. It's got to be 20 years. I had it on 2 layouts ago. So it's a Super Empire Builder, non-radio. It's 5 amp. And it's even got the old Digitrax brick. But I mean, it still works. I just needed at least to purchase another unit and make this demote it to a booster. Now that I have got the track plan the way I want, with not having duck unders, making it so I can freewheel on my wheelie chair around here. You know, the possibility of maybe upgrading to radio. It might be time to bite the bullet on that. So if we do that, then we'll have wireless throttles for the kids. And I've tried the app with Digitrax PR3 or whatever it is. It doesn't work worth a shit. It's total garbage. You know, I have the latest iPhones and everything. I've downloaded the Wii Throttle and all that. I absolutely do not recommend that. Going through that, it's very frustrating. I'd rather just have a real actual throttle. I don't want to mix brands or anything like that, like they have on the DigiKeys. So probably going to go to a radio setup, and then can take the throttle with me and go from there. All right, have a good night, guys.